Hello. You probably aren't going to be able to see my face, but the reason I'm doing this is so that you can see the deal as I'm doing it. The lesson that I tried to go over was the place value and how kids are needing to have some more repetition with working with the concept that two-digit numbers have a tens and a ones units. And I figured that you could use your base 10 blocks on your 120s charts to count them. What I did is I made puzzle pieces. I cut out, there are 3 pieces to each puzzle, and they would have to come back and they'd have to match the number up with the tens and ones representation. And then they would have to come and find the base 10 block representation of it and count those and put those all together. I think this gives them a great visual and hands-on concept of putting together what the number actually is with the amount of tens and ones, and then they can reinforce it by using their base 10 blocks that I've cut out to be able to connect all those together. I did 16 or 17 of them. I used, as you can tell, all the same colors on all of them, so they cannot use colors as a way of trying to identify the numbers or set them separate. They have to actually count and know the numbers. I think this also would be a great way for teachers to walk by and say, okay, they can really match up the number with how many tens and ones already are there. Or maybe they are at the opposite. They can do the number with counting and how many there actually are of the base tens, the blocks, and might need a little more help in the concept of putting that all together with all 3 of them together. And I just think that the more repetition that the child has putting these together, the better the concept, the grasp of that concept would be. This also goes into, once they learn that they have tens and ones, it's easier for them to be able to regroup and know how to add and subtract larger numbers. So that is why I think that it's a very important concept that kids need to learn. I also think using your hands is a great way to reinforce things, and trying to make them actually come over and put these all together would be a way that kids can, some kids learn better by being able to do stuff with their hands. This concept, you can keep adding to them. Like I said, I only did the 17 of them. With more time, you can always just keep adding new ones to the group. And then that would be a new group at all a new group all the time, so that they can continue to practice this concept. I also believe that it can be worked with small groups, individually, or even if you had a whole bunch of them, you can put them out together and make them do them all together. This process is easily adaptable to other things. That's one of the reasons I kind of liked it too. You can use these things of puzzle pieces. Kids always like to use puzzle pieces, and I made all the pieces the same, so they can't use that as a different way of trying to figure out how everything is a little bit different or something like that. But that is my center that I created, and I really think it will help students be able to grasp the concept and give them a little extra practice on counting and getting their base 10 matched up with the number, and then getting used to those terms, the tens and the ones and stuff like that. So that is what I did, and that is my demonstration.